Welcome to This Team Sucks Observer. What in the world? I normally like to stay positive. I try to be. I don't try to call for people's heads and all that good stuff. But this is embarrassing, man. I mean, this was what I mean, what do you say? What do you say? We're playing for the NFC South, the chance to go to the playoffs. Todd Bowles has got to know. He's going to lose his job. There's no way there's no way. I don't care what Rondé Barber says or Adam Schefter or Tom Pelissero or any of the talking heads. There's no way Todd Bowles survives this. No way. Unless, we go to and win 2 playoffs. I don't even want to watch this team. Nobody does. Nobody does. They got us playing Saturday at 4:30 p.m. because nobody wants to watch this crap. This is bad football. This is ugly, bad football. We let the Miami Dolphins beat us. And don't kid yourself. This was not a close game. Not by any stretch of the imagination. They beat us. They beat us. They whooped us. I mean, we couldn't stop them. We couldn't stop them, and we couldn't do anything against their defense. Yeah, good point. Drunkistan. Yeah, you want to make some money. Bet on the Panthers this week. I can't believe we're favored. But then again, it's the Panthers. Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing, man. I am so depressed. I got up, I got the game film, I cut it up. I've been going through it. I had to stop. I was watching the defense. I was watching defense because I knew the offense sucked. Right? And I was like, well, at least the defense kept them to 20 points. And, I normally go for whichever side of the ball is faster on Mondays because it takes me time to cut up the film and everything. So I don't have as much time. I got through halftime. I got to halftime. And that's about as far as I could go, man. This is bad football. What's up, Zebra? This is bad football. We've been saying this for weeks. Past couple of weeks, defense has not been this bad. But this was just embarrassing. Embarrassing football. I don't know how Todd Bowles survives this. I just don't see how it's possible. I don't care what anybody says. I just don't see how it's possible. I think this is going to be a cleaning house, man. I think we're going to have a whole new team next year. Coaches and a lot of players. Ugh. And after the broadcast, I didn't do another instant reaction because I was just, well, for one, my daughter had my phone, so I wasn't able to take notes while I was watching the game. But I just didn't have it in me. I'm just kind of fatigued. I mean, it's hard to watch this mess. But after the game, I was like, well, Baker cost us another game. I put this one squarely at the feet of Baker Mayfield. I mean, those 2 interceptions, they were just bad. Those were definitely his fault. And, nothing looked good. Nothing looked good. But then watching the All-22 today and seeing this defense, I'm like, oh my gosh, they played so bad. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what Todd Bowles is doing. I don't know what this team is doing. And it's apparent to me that they've quit. The defense has. Watching this, I'll show you. It doesn't look good. It does not look good. It sucks. It sucks. I'm just so And you feel like you waste your time. I'm a big proponent of speed and efficiency and, using your time well and everything. I don't want to spend my Sundays watching this. This reminds me very much of 2011 with Raheem Morris, where we went 11 straight games without winning a game. Same vibe I'm getting. I mean, the only game we've won since the bye week has been against the Arizona Cardinals, who have gone 0-8 in that same time period. They suck. We went up against a rookie quarterback, only his second start. Their best wide receiver was out. They started a center. This was the first game that center had ever played. A rookie left guard. And we got the whole first half, only one time did we beat somebody on their offensive line. And that was Logan Hall, the last play before the half. He beat the left guard, the rookie, for a sack. And they had a good game plan, too. I mean, they chewed us up on the outside, man. Chewed us up. They did tosses, outside zone runs, screen passes, short passes to the flats. Just tore us up. I think in the first half, they had two third downs. Let me see. Okay, the first possession, they had a third down, 3rd and 16, they punted. Second possession, they had a 3rd and 3, got a false start penalty. It was 3rd and 8, scored a touchdown. Third possession, they had a 3rd and 4, and then kicked a field goal. That was after going 1st and 10, 2nd and 3, 1st and 10, 2nd and 1, 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 1st and 5, 2nd and 11. They just drove right down the field. Started off on their 13, ended up on our 4. And only had 1 third down. Then the next series, 1st down, 2nd down, 1st down, 1st down, 2nd down, 1st down, 1st down, 2nd down, 2nd down, 3rd down, touchdown. It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And our defensive game plan, same crap it always is. Except, and here's the thing. If I go back and I watch Miami's all 22 from previous games and see that they did this outside tossing and zone runs and all this, and I'm going to be furious because we did not play for that at all. And you would think, I think we said this, you got a rookie quarterback, so what are you going to do? You want to, we got all these exotic blitzes and stuff. What do you want to do? You want to blitz, right? You want to blitz this guy. Show him looks. He ain't never seen before. Now, we don't do that. We don't do that unless we're playing guys that have seen it all the time, apparently, because we only blitzed 3 times the whole first half. This team is insane. I think they got mental health issues, bipolar, something. They don't want to win. Something. How do you mess up this bad, man? How do you mess up this bad? How do you go from 6-2 to this mess? How do you go from Baker Mayfield being talked about as the MVP? How do you go from Egbuka being talked about as Rookie of the Year? And you go from 6-2 to this mess. Complete, total collapse, man. There's no way Bowles survives this. There's no way. There's no way. Unless, like I said, he pulls off a miracle when we win 2 playoff games. We got to win 2. He can't back into the playoffs and then win 1. Well, he might be able to if he just wins 1. He's got to win at least 1. But with this team, we ain't gonna win a play. I don't even know if we're gonna make it. I don't even know if we're gonna make it. We got to beat the Panthers, and we got to hope that Atlanta doesn't beat the Rams tonight and win next week. Because if they win out, it doesn't matter what we do against Carolina. Carolina's going to the playoffs. If Atlanta wins out, Carolina goes to the playoffs. Because it's going to tiebreaker and all that good stuff. Oh, man. How does it get to this point? All right, what are y'all talking about? What's up, Hap? Preseason mode playing in stints. Yeah, I tell you what, they don't act like they're playing for their jobs, that's for sure. Or if they are playing for their jobs, they're saying, we don't want to play here no more. Oh, I know, Archangel. 100%, I do not believe his job is safe. Todd Bowles' job is not safe, man. I've been following the Buccaneers for a long time, and the Glazers, people give them a hard time, but, they care about this football team. And one of the things they really care about is what the fans think and what the media thinks. They're not this football team like the Pittsburgh Steelers or whatever, where they're just like, we're going to stick through no matter what and all this good. No, if they feel the fan base is turned on a coach, they generally get rid of that coach. That's what I've seen. I don't see how Todd Bowles survives this. I just don't see it. Yeah, right. Yeah, the whole extension thing. I mean, the Glazers were paying 3 coaches at one point. they were, I think it was Shiano, Lovie Smith, and Cutter. I think it might have been Lovie Smith, Cutter, and Bruce Arians. I can't remember. But I mean, they ain't got a problem paying. I mean, they want to win. The Glazers want to win. I don't see how his job is safe. I just don't. Oh yeah, gosh, if he comes back next year after this, I mean, for one, ain't nobody going to go to those games. Well, I mean, we have a hard enough time filling seats now. I mean, I was watching this Dolphins game. Even the stadium was like half empty, and probably half of the people that were there were Buccaneer fans. There was a lot of Buccaneer fans. We traveled well in Miami. I'm like, they're worse off than we are, but they beat us. I did not realize how bad we played until I started watching this all 22 with the defense. I just got through half the defense. I got the halftime, and then I was like, I can't watch any more of this crap. It's bad, man. We played bad. They beat the crap out of us. This was not a close game. Yeah. I would be careful with the playoff ready roster because we said that after we fired Raheem Morris, which we did have an amazing roster with Raheem Morris, but then Shiano came in and blew it up, got rid of most of the good guys. And then he built a team, and they said the same thing. We need to fire him because this team is playoff ready. And then we got Lovie Smith, and we were like, oh, we're going to the playoffs. And then, he sucked. And we were like, okay, this team is too talented. It's playoff ready. We need to fire him. We did. We got Cutter. We were like, it's a playoff ready team. It's just, you just never know, man. You know, I think we're in for a few years of oof. Can we find what's our Rampage? Yeah, we're working on it, man. We're all going to sign a petition. You got back from the dentist. Every time I think of the dentist now, I think of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Yukon Cornelius, the Bumble, the abominable snowman. That show is so. My oldest daughter loves it. We watch it every year for Christmas, and I love it too. We watch the whole series. There's that one, the Year Without a Santa Claus, and the one with Kris Kringle. The Santa Claus is coming to town. But yeah, when they take out the abominable snowman's teeth, man, I'm just like, woof. I think he's like, so I hope you're doing all right, man. Yeah, he's lost the fans. I mean, I'm not hearing anybody stand up for him. The only people I hear stand up for him are the talking heads that don't know anything about this team. Rondé did say his seat was safe, but I remember back when everybody was talking about Gerald McCoy's job was safe too. He wasn't going nowhere, and then boop, he was gone. Yeah, Archangel. I know. Yeah, I want to know too. I want to know what happened. What happened? It appears that there is some locker room issues or something. Hey, Molly. I mean, you'll see on this All 22, I'll point out a few things. There's some problems here. I've seen this happen with teams before, and it's not a good look. Bumble's bounce, yeah. 5-1 to 7-9, I know, right? 6-2 to 7-9. That's bad enough. 5-1 though, man. I tell you, just I don't know. I don't know how this happened. I really don't. And I feel like, Zebra, I'm like with you. I feel like we have a playoff team. We've got good caliber players on this team. I don't know how this happens. Don't know how this happens. Maybe the team doesn't like Baker Mayfield. I don't know. Maybe he's a jerk in the locker room. Maybe nobody wants to win for him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I know this team is just playing bad football. And defense looks like they quit. West Virginia. If my mom was still alive, she'd be so mad at you, Tom. She was from West Virginia and hated when people talked bad about West Virginia. It's not that she liked West Virginia. She just didn't like the implication that she was a hillbilly. She'd get so mad. Pewter Optimist, that last drive was almost 100% that one play by Godwin. The yards after the catch where he just shot down the field. I mean, what did he end up with on that play? And it was a short pass. Let me see. 59 yards. Yeah. He went 59 yards. And then Kate Otten caught a 13-yarder. Then we got a defensive pass interference, and then a real quick 4-yard touchdown to Mike Evans. But that 59-yard catch and run, I mean, it was a real short pass. It was like a 5-yard pass. And then Godwin just ran it 60-some yards. So, yeah, if we could do that every time, that'd be great. But like the pass to McCollum, the deep ball, it was a horrible pass. McCollum was open too, and Baker threw a couple deep balls in this game, and I was like, what is he doing? They just had huge arcs on them. They were like this. And I said to Molly, I was like, by the time that thing lands on the ground, the whole defense is going to be underneath it. But the one to McCollum, it was short. McCollum was open. He had to stop, try to come back to the ball. But he didn't even fight for the ball. He just kind of jumped up. The defender caught the ball, landed on the ground, and McCollum never touched him either. McCollum was just kind of like, Yeah, there's an attitude problem on this team, man. On the defense especially, but I don't get it. Bowles got to go. What's up, BT? Yeah, we're all in agreement with that one. I don't see how he keeps his job. If he does, I will surprise the crap out of me. That'll surprise it. If he does, I'll eat a can of sardines live. Not live sardines, but a can of sardines. If they don't fire him. Yeah, that's what I think too. I think defense looks like they quit. I don't know if they quit on the coach or they just quit on each other. But they've definitely got a lot of quit in them. Oh, Rampage, I know. You're talking about that touchdown. Yeah, embarrassing. Him, Tyke, and Jamel Dean. I don't want Jamel Dean on this team anymore. I don't call for players to be cut or fired or, all that good stuff. But, man, I am so sick of Jamel Dean. I am just sick of him. He's hurt all the dang time. And normally he gets hurt in games like this where he gets burned and then he's like, oh, I hurt my pride bones broke or some crap like that. And he was just getting burned all day. And then he's out. I'm done with him. Just done with it. He ain't no good if you're on the bench. Oh, I haven't even looked at the news. Heck, Todd could have been fired today and I wouldn't even know. I haven't looked at anything. I wanted to watch his pressers, but he did kind of the worst Bucky situation and said the locker room is tight. Woof. Well, he does not have a pulse on that locker room then. Yeah, I don't know what Rampage. I don't know what happened with that Tyke thing. I watched. That was one of the first things I watched on All 22, and we'll take a look at it. And I was like, "Why?" It looked like everybody went for the underneath route and just left the deep guy just go. That was weird. Bad football. It's what it is. It's bad football. Everybody. I don't know if they were trying to jump the route or whatever, but it's bad. Yeah, Bucky is not the same Bucky. I don't know what's happened there, but nobody's playing well. Wirfs is playing great. The past 2 games, Wirfs has been playing outstanding. And I saw when he got hurt last week, I didn't think it was, he stayed in the game. And, I haven't looked at the All 22 with the offense yet, but I did look at the strip sack, and it was definitely Chumbawamba's fault. He just let the guy get outside, crossed his legs, and it was just a bad form, all that good stuff. He just got beat. And, Baker got clobbered. The one time Baker didn't feel pressure and scramble. And you're just like, gosh, guys can't stay healthy. They can't stay on the field. Why even let them get first team reps if they're not going to play? It's like, this is just everything's bad. Yeah, right. Yeah. If this is Baker playing hurt, Baker should not play when he's hurt. Yeah. Good point, Tom. I agree, man. I don't know if Baker is hurt, but To me, it looks like his mechanics are just ugly. Like that interception he threw last week with Mike where they were like, oh, Mike went to the scramble drill and everything. That was just absolutely atrocious thrown football. I mean, it was just, you just don't throw like that. You don't jump up in the air from your back foot and throw a ball. It's just, but Baker loves to throw off platform. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. When he threw the deep ball on this one with the McMillan, I think it was the McMillan ball, he boots out and throws, he kind of sets his feet, but he's like leaning to the right when he throws. I don't know. I don't have the answers, man. That's how I feel about everything right now. I'm like, I don't know. Is Winfield a guy you want to keep at this point? Man, that's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, good grief. Is there anybody we want to keep at this point? And I hate to say it. Team's still going to win the Super Bowl. Is that Gotti? Is this Gotti's alt account? Right, yeah. He didn't even fight for the ball, didn't even try to make the tackle. I can't see him keeping. Yeah, if they keep Todd next year, I'll still cover the team and all. I want to say I won't, but I will. They could do that, Drunk, but the way this defense is just collapsed. And you got all the excuses in the world. You could say you got injuries, you got offensive coordinator who's not, pulling his weight. You could say Bucky Irvin's not playing good. You didn't have Mike Evans for a large part of the season. Egbuka is a rookie. The offensive line is, hurting up the middle with a bunch of new guys. We can't find a good inside linebacker. That David's slow. You got all the excuses in the world, but when it boils down to it, man, it's like, what? All coaches got to deal with this crap. All coaches have to deal with injuries. All coaches have to deal with, rotating players. All coaches have to deal with, having a bad coordinator here or there. We talk about special teams and everything. Yeah, he should have fired that guy, or at least told him, change or something. You get these guys learn how to get off a block and make a tackle after week one. And we were complaining about it after week one. It got so bad, we stopped watching the special teams. I'm like, I don't want to watch this crap anymore. It's just the same crappy crap. When it all boils down to it, it's like every coach has to deal with this stuff. Why are you any special, Todd? Why do you get, a mulligan? I was aggravated when Todd Bowles gave Tom Brady his first winning or losing season. That did not set right with me. And, I've never thought Todd Bowles is a good head coach. He just doesn't have the people skills. You got to have people skills. That's why Dave Canales is a good head coach. It's not because he's a good offensive coordinator. It's because he's got great people skills. He's got great people skills. Being a head coach, you got to be a people person. Bruce Arians, great people person. John Gruden, great people person. Todd Bowles is not a good people person. And to go from Bruce Arians to Todd Bowles was a huge culture shock, I think. Anyhow, but the whole team has collapsed. Special teams sucks, offense sucks, defense sucks. You got to lay that at the head of at the feet of the head coach. You got to. It'd have been different if we were on an upward trajectory with this team, But to me, it's this, the defense has just gotten worse every year. Every year. We've been saying it for 3 years now. We can't get pressure without a blitz, right? And even then when we do get pressure up front, there's a wide open receiver in the secondary. The quarterbacks are not scared of any of our guys. They'll throw right at a covered guy. They did it in this game. Ewers threw it right at a double covered guy. Double covered. Threw it right at him. Scored a touchdown. Nobody's scared of our defense. And that's a direct reflection of Todd Bowles. Just like I don't think anybody's scared of Todd Bowles. Now, Campbell, I think a lot of people are just flat out scared of him. Liam Cohen, he got up in the face of what's his face, defensive coordinator for the 49ers. I mean, he's going to fight. You can't even get a reaction out of Todd Bowles. I don't know, man. I don't think he's a good defensive coordinator either, Rampage. I really don't. I think he puts too much on these guys. He tries to be too tricky. He puts them in bad situations. He doesn't play to anybody's strength whatsoever. As a matter of fact, the exact opposite. I think he prides himself in getting guys to do things that they're not good at. And his whole shtick is, I'm going to do the unexpected. I'm not going to do what you think I'm going to do. That's his whole shtick. That's his whole shtick. And it's old, man. I bet Baker wishes he could play a Todd Bowles defense. Maybe that's why he's gotten so bad, is because he has been playing their defense in practice, and it's so easy. You get out of here and play a real man's defense, and you get whooped. Yeah, Archie, I'm tired of these scrub players too. I really am. I don't want no more project players. I don't want no players from small Arkansas schools that nobody's ever even heard of. I don't want injury-prone players. Tired of injuries. I think we should pare down our medical staff to half. Get rid of the Advent Health sponsorship. Maybe even move our practice field to someplace where real men, an oil rig or something. So, but have them practice on an oil rig off of the Gulf. Something. Can't even complain about Kate. Yeah, we love you, Tom, man. You're good people. The Saints do look like the best team in the division. And it's really because they're just playing mistake-free football. Relatively mistake-free compared to the rest of us boneheads out here. I mean, how Atlanta is screwing. I'll be shocked if Raheem Morris is a coach too. I mean, that's a lot of talent on that team to be wasting away. You think it was the Lions game that did it? I think we got beat up in that game. I think that it was one of those games where the players went, wow, they game plan for us. We don't do that to other teams. We don't game plan for other teams. Maybe our coaches aren't that good. competent offensive coordinator. Think Baker would be okay with that? Uh, I don't know. I'm not as down on this offensive coordinator as most people. I mean, I'm fine with cleaning house. I mean, I'm not gonna shed any tears with anybody leaving, but you know why? He's not as good as Liam Cohn for sure, but I think he's better than Dave Canales was. I don't have as much of a problem with the offensive coordinators. I see a lot of people. Right at this point, I think everybody's mad at everybody. And again, that to me is a sign of a bad head coach. You can blame everybody for this situation. I mean, yeah, can you blame the offensive coordinator? Yeah. Special teams, yep. Offensive line, yep. Running backs, yep. Wide receivers, yep. Quarterback, yep. Everybody. There's blame that can go around everybody on this team, man. Yeah. Who are we going to get as a new coach? I mean, to me, I think Todd Monken's top of the list. Kubiak sounds good to me. Anybody sounds good to me, but I don't want another defensive coach. I'm a defensive guy, but let me see. We went from Tony Dungy, defensive guy, John Gruden, offensive guy. Raheem Morris, defensive guy. Schiano, defensive guy. Lovie Smith, defensive guy. Cutter, offensive guy. Bruce Arians, offensive guy. Now to Tony Dungy, defensive guy. I'm over the defensive guys right now because Raheem Morris, Schiano, Lovie Smith, and Todd Bowles, some of the worst football I've ever watched. I'm tired of bad football. Saints may have found a good young quarterback and a good offensive coordinator too, I think. Because he seems to be, using Shuck, not putting too much on his plate, and playing to his strengths and stuff. Talking up Dennis, yeah. Man, it's hard. It's hard. It is so hard to judge talent on this defense, because, I mean, we all know Tyke Smith's a good player, right? We've seen that guy. I mean, he's a playmaker. But then he makes these boneheaded moves. He did it twice in this game. Just boneheaded moves. And you're like, is it the coaching? Is it him? And you kind of say the same thing about Dennis. You're like, is this just bad coaching? The guy doesn't know where he's supposed to be. He can't cover guys. Is it because of the coaching? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I mean, we might have a crap ton of all-pro guys on this defense, and we just don't know. Yeah, you can definitely see, Pewter, when these guys, when they get beat, they just get despondent, man. It happened in this game. It was just like immediately they just went, man. They don't have that, that grit. Get the computer, let the computer auto draft for us. Can they do that? That'd be funny. You know what they should do? Let the fans vote. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Let the fans vote. And then you can't complain, right? I mean, if the fans were able to vote and the top pick was a fan pick, fans couldn't complain about the pick, right? I mean, if I was a GM, I'd seriously think about doing that. Quarterback of the future, Kyle Trask, third string quarterback on Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, we don't have any fast, tall safeties, right? All of our safeties are really small. Yeah, we don't game plan. Defensively, we don't game plan. We haven't in the 7 years I've watched this defense. You know, we just go, all right, we're gonna play our game, they're gonna have to beat us. And our game is being tricky. You know. We might blitz, we might not blitz. We might show cover one and go into cover three. Might show cover two and go into cover four. Ooh. LaFleur, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Does Peyton have a good coaching tree? For some reason, I don't think he does. I mean, how much of the Broncos is Peyton? Because apparently he's a good coach. I hate to say it, but Raheem Morris, Tom, uh, Shula, LaFleur. Yeah, Baker needs consistency, man. This team needs consistency. We're an inconsistent team. Coaching and scheme, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm tired of this scheme. I've been saying that for a year and a half now. I'm just tired of it. Just done. Oh, he did. He took bad angles in college too. Yeah, he gave up 2 touchdowns in this game. Yeah, finesse defense. Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're a clipboard defense. We're all about the X's and O's, man. We are definitely not a tough defense. That's for sure. Well, thank you, BT. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, who was that guy that got that sack too on us? Boop. Bradley Chubb. Hmm. On a 2nd and 3. Yeah. Oh. Eh. Yeah, we ain't got a whole lot of speed back there, that's for sure. Let's look at some all 22 here. Let's make ourselves sick. Yeah, I didn't even mark a lot of this stuff. I was very despondent watching this, and which is strange because I thought it would cheer me up a little bit because I was like, hey, defense seemed like they did okay because they held them to 20 points. Now, no, Miami just dog walked us. I mean, apparently they took their foot off the gas or something because I watched the first half here and they were just moving right up and down the field on us in embarrassing fashion. Yeah. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, here we go. This is the second play of the game. Let's go back and look at second play of the game. There's a penalty called on this for holding. And they tore us up on the edges, man. The edges they just dominated us. Anyhow, holding, I think it was right here. But this guy runs out. Look at that. Missed tackle right there. Look at this. That's Vita Vea, y'all. That's Vita Vea tackling him. How in the world is Vita Vea out front? All these guys. Look at this low effort on Levante David. I mean, look at Dennis. Dennis just gets pushed out of the way. He does like a barrel roll. A little over dramatic, if you ask me. 23 just completely. It's so weird. He tries to arm tackle here. It looks like his arm almost gets broken off. Whack-hack. Look at that. Whack-hack. I mean, what is that? He probably hurt his arm really bad there. But, yeah, Levante just jogging down the field. This is the second play of the game, yeah. Second play of the game. And Vita Vea has to run all the way down the field to make the tackle. I just, ugh. But we did stop him on that one, on that first series. Want to point this out. This is the first play of the second series. Hassan Riddick getting blocked up by a tight end. Right here. And the ball's being tossed. And again, outside play. Boop, 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 boop. And Hassan gets blocked up this whole time. He's getting blocked up here. Doesn't even get in on the tackle. Yaya, I don't know what he's doing here. He comes in. He avoids this block. And he goes for this guy. Then he goes for the ball. And then he tries to get this guy. So he had 3 opportunities there. And just doesn't really do a whole lot with it. Yeah, I wish I could have listened to our practices too. I want to know what's going on with this team. What are they doing? I think Todd's way too soft with these guys. He gave them a whole week off during the bye week. I think the rule is you have to have 3 or 4 days off, something like that. It's mandatory. But he gave them a whole week. I mean, it was 7 full days. And then when we lost against the Falcons, yeah, we had 10 days. He gave them 3 days off. And I was like, what are you doing? We just lost. You don't get rewarded for that crap. So, I don't know. I think he's too soft with these guys. I've been saying that for years. Okay, here's 3rd and 8. This is a touchdown. Jamel Dean and Tyke Smith both, it just looks like they are going for the underneath guy here. This guy. Now, granted, this is Jamel Dean's guy, right? Tyke should have definitely been over here. But then Tyke, he takes a weird, instead of going, see how he kind of goes that way? It's kind of almost like, and the ball's in the air. I mean, is he tracking the ball? I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. But he lets this guy get behind him. Big no-no. Big no. That's your whole purpose for being back there, is so that this does not happen. And this guy even has to stop. Look, he's got to slow down to catch this ball, right? And then look at this. Okay. Boom. He catches the ball, right? He's got the ball right here. Boom. Right there. Tyke is, we'll say 3 yards. Okay. Tyke's 3 yards away from him. Jamel Dean is 5 yards away from him. Exactly 5 yards. 31 is all the way across the field. Then, boom, he takes off, runs. 31 gets to him. We'll say right here. 31 catches up to him. Look, now he's 7 yards behind. So he lost 4 yards. And he's what, 15 yards behind? So he lost 10 yards. There's no way you're going to tell me that guy is that much faster than them. No, it's not. Because they didn't even try. I mean, watch Dean. Look at that. He's not even trying, man. Tyke Smith, same thing. Right here. Watch him. Does he look like he's running full speed to me? No. Watch 31. 31's running full speed. This is full speed right here. Oh, he's trying to catch somebody. Look at that. 23 and 35 didn't even try. I mean, it's one thing to give up, a big pass like that. It's another thing to just not try. Well, I say, Winfield hustled there, and he almost got to him too. And you can see he pops the ball out. He's good for that. I mean, he almost got here. Look at that. You can see him punching the ball right there. So yeah, just a huge, huge disaster. Guys out of position. Not trying. All right. Here's a missed tackle by Servassier. We had 5 missed tackles just in the first half. 2 busted coverages right there. Just could have been a tackle for no gain. Nope. And again, outside, they just beat the crap out of us on the outside. And that was their game plan, obviously. Second and 1. Now, they had run 3 run plays previous to this, all of them being tosses to the outside. Okay? Then they line up. They're showing run. They're showing heavy run. They've got a fullback, by the way. They got a legitimate fullback, number 30. What's his name? That wasn't it. Alec Ingold. So that's interesting. I did not know that before this game. So they run true football, man. Smash mouth. So anyhow, they've got it. They've got a tight end over here. They're show and run. They got a tight end over here. They got a fullback. They got 1 receiver. Right? So they're showing heavy run with the fullback. And then boom, they pop into a pass play, catch us totally off guard. I mean, look, these two are like standing right next to each other. I don't know what's going on. They're like crap. And this guy's just wide open, completely wide open. I don't know why Winfield does not drop down here. I don't know what he's doing. And he's going over here. And it's cover 3. What are you doing? And that's another thing. Why the hell are we running cover 3 on a 2nd and 1? It's stupid. Anyhow. So, yeah, just wide open. We're caught off guard. Stupid play call. Caught off guard. And then still, it's thrown high. Winfield still could have got to it. Like, this guy's got to jump up to do it. And he doesn't. He just waits till he catches it and then tackles him. I mean, this stuff makes you want to scream. I mean, everything's bad. Just dumb coverage. We get fooled, you know, by simple crap. I mean, like I said before, the 3 plays before, watch, you know, they're showing run and it's tossed to the right. Boom, right? Okay. The next play, they're showing run, toss. Look, this is the same formation. You see 30's lined up, almost same formation. He's lined up in this weird angle, and then he goes into motion. Toss to the right. All right. Next play. Show and run, heavy formation. And then toss to the left, right? So, you know, you think, all right, they line up in the same formation. This guy's a little out wide, but yeah, you're thinking, okay, they're going to run. And you do play action right there, boom. Everybody pulls up. I counted this as a blitz, but I don't think it was. 8 just runs through. I think he thought it was a run too, and he was going to tackle this guy right here. And he was like, oh, crap. So then it turned into a blitz. But yeah, so we just get caught flat-footed. And why 31 is over here like he's going to double cover that guy, I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, he had to have seen this guy busting loose, right? But still, even still, he's got plenty of time as the ball's in there. Like I said, it was high. You know, this guy has to jump up to catch it. You could have got there, man. It's just bad football. Just bad football. Anyhow, moving on. Here's another missed tackle by Tyke Smith. Boom, mid-zone run right there, just slides. And this is one of those. This is one of the few where they run between the tackles and get big yardage on us. But Tyke misses the tackle. He's whoop. And then Vita was coming. And Vita gets hit by this guy who pushes Vita this way. And it's just like, whoa, man. And then it's off to the races. It's just, here's an example of Levante David. Good read on this play. Hold up. Dang it. But then he misses the tackle. Where's he at? Right here. So good read. Great read. You know? He sees this guy coming. He's trying to throw it here. It's a little mid-screen pass, and boom, he gets in there. But then he misses the tackle. And that was this whole game. Just crap like that. This was a good read. We all remember this. Hassan reads this. They're all pointing it out, too. They're like, hey, look. So that was a good play. One of the few. We held him to a field goal there. But then here we go. Reddick getting blocked up by a tight end. He does get off this block, though. Here we go. Another toss it outside. Gets off the block. All right. That's how you're supposed to do it. You get off the block, and then he misses the tackle. Guy just, whoop, he alligator arms it. Whoop. So at least he got off the tackle, right? Here's another one. Just Jamel Dean. He just sucks. Right here. Here he is. I'm just tired of him. All right. He falls for the play action, turns around. He's looking downfield. Guess who they throw it to? Right here. His zone, he's supposed to have the flats. This is his guy. It's his zone. I don't know what he's doing here. Why is he turned around looking downfield? And he's like, oh, my guy. Yeah. right? Just complete busted coverage and just looking like an idiot. At least I assume he falls for the play action. And you can see this guy is just very frustrated. Who is that? Yaya? Yeah. I think that's what happens. Is that he falls for the play action. Let's look at it again. So yeah, right here, play action. He's looking in that direction. Is that what happens? Yeah, so he's running. He thinks that 31's got the ball, and he's like, oh, crap. But then what is this crap? What is this? What's he doing? Oh, my gosh, I was just so over him. At least he made the tackle. It's probably when he hurt his pride bone right there. Okay, and then here we go. Reddick gets blocked up by a tight end. I'm just pointing it out because it just happens way too often. Look, he's driven all the way downfield. Here's the ball. They ran right at him, too. There's a tight end, guys. Just it shouldn't have. I mean, every now and then is okay, but as consistently as it happens, that's a problem. It's just one of those things that just always annoys me when I see it happen. Here he is again. This is the next play, blocked by a tight end. I mean, just completely blocked out by this guy. They run right at his side. I guess you could say he contained the edge way out here. 21 and 96, Bo Smith's tackles here. Here's 96. He misses this tackle. 21 comes in. He misses the tackle. And finally left up to Levante to get it. Look at how despondent Winfield looks after this play. And you can just see he is just so over this crap. Here's Winfield. And here's where I was like, oh, crap. I mean, he just flops his arms, doesn't, and here's the key. Nobody looks at each other. There's no talking. There's nothing. Look, he's looking that way. He's looking that way. He's looking that way. He's looking that way. He's looking over there. He's looking over there. He's looking over there. Nobody is looking at each other. When I see this on a field, I'm like, oh, crap. Nobody's talking. I'm like, oh, man, these guys have given up. 35 misses a tackle here. Jamel Dean does. This is the same exact play concept as 5 plays previously. I'll show you. Fullback goes out, blocks for the running back who goes out for a screen, and they end up isolating a guy one-on-one out here, and then boom, picks up 20 yards. This is the exact same play concept, and I'll show you. This was 5 plays previously. Boom. Look at this. Fullback, running back, isolated guy out here. This is Levante, I think. Yeah, but he's the only one on the play side. Look at this. Everybody else is over here. We're lucky this only goes for 15 yards. But they just played this 5 plays before, or 5 plays later. They do this exact same thing. On this one, I think Servassier had busted coverage. This looks like man, and he looks like he doesn't know what he's doing here, because this is a weird formation and everything, but he's the only one not playing man coverage here. And there's both of these guys are eligible. There should be 2 guys over here. Servassier should be over here, is what I'm saying. So I counted it as a busted coverage. But still, like I said, 5 plays later, boom, they do the same thing. Different formation, same concept. Boom. We do end up with 2 guys on play side, but he's pretty deep. And they end up going for 20 yards because 35 right there completely misses the tackle. And again, you notice nobody's looking at each other. Nobody's saying anything to each other. I like this one. I miss this. JPP absolutely clobbers this guy. I love it. This is old school. And this is what I talk about. This is one of the reasons why we won the Super Bowl, because JPP comes up and just absolutely clobbers this guy. Bam! That's what we need on this team. And 100% legal. It's one of the things I said, I say all the time. I'm surprised teams don't do more of it. Once he leaves the pocket, these are all eligible to get clobbered. I mean, you can do whatever with these guys. They're considered blockers at this point. So you can just clobber them. And I don't know why teams don't do it more often. We did it during the Super Bowl. It's one of the reasons why we won. But JPP just comes up, just clobbers him. Boom. And he takes the guy out too. I mean, I think Ewers, whatever his name is, I think he was going to throw it to him. He was thinking about it, but then boom, elbow to the back of the head. Wham, get down, son. Then this guy looks up, he sees this JPP, and he's like, yeah, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to walk away from that one. So I love that crap. That's good stuff there. About the only good highlight I got from this. Servassier gets beat in coverage on this play by the running back. Right here. Nice move by the running back, but still. Zip. A whip route. You're just like, man. And again, you see nobody's talking to each other. They're not even yelling at each other after the play. You can see it playing his day on this one. You know, he's got him, and then zip. Nope, you don't. That's a tough one to cover. I ain't gonna lie, but still. And then this one, this is a 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11, guys, from the 11. So they could get a first down, I guess, maybe if they got it to right here. They just embarrass us on this one. I mean, look, he's being double covered. He's being bracketed. Guess where he throws it? To that guy. Boop, touchdown. That's embarrassing, man. I mean, look, nobody talking to each other, nobody yelling at each other. I don't know what 8 is doing. He sees the ball, and he just watches it go right on by. Boop. I don't know what Tyke's doing. I mean, what's he covering there? I don't know. Is he like, I'm going to make sure this guy doesn't get behind me? Like it matters. It's the end zone, buddy. This is just bad football. Boop. Double covered. Boop. Touchdown. There was not a lot of good football in this. And then here's the last play right before the half. This was 90. This is the only time we beat an offensive lineman. Right here. He gets 72. Gets him off balance. Boom. Only time. Now, I will say this. They were doing a lot of outside stuff, getting the ball out quick and all that, but still, I mean, we should be blowing these guys up. This guy's never played football before. This was his first game. This guy's a rookie. We should have eaten them alive. So good say. I don't know what this move was that Logan Hall does here. He flips off of. I don't know what that was all about. But look, nobody even congratulates him. They run by him. They're going to the locker room. Anyhow, that's what I got. That's what I got. I'm hungry. We got football on. The Falcons got to lose. Now I know everybody's wanting us to lose so we get rid of Bulls, but I think it's going to happen either way. I want us to go to playoffs. I want another game. It's torturous. Yes. Maybe I'm a masochist. I don't know. But I want another game. I don't want it to be over Saturday. I don't want my season to be over Saturday. Guys, we would all off season. We were looking forward to this. Team is lost. Yeah, BT, they really are, man. See, our sideline looks like at the end of the game. See who's talking and who's to themselves. Let's do that. Just see if we could find a shot. That's a good one, Zebra. I like the way you think, man. That's the kind of stuff I look at. I love that crap. See if we can get a good shot. All right. Nothing there. Ain't got nothing on their victory formation. Here we go. Here is the last play. The last play before our last. This is their last offensive series. Last play for their offensive series. So we were still in it at this point, right? So who we got? Who do we got over here? Ah. We got half of the team anyhow. Wow. I don't know why it's not moving. I was trying to zoom in on it. For some reason it's not working. Okay, here we go. Okay, we got McMullen sitting. We got 22 standing up. Got Rashad White, Jamel Dean sitting over there by himself. No other defenders are around him. Yeah, Godwin standing up watching the game. So yeah, Jamel Dean, he looks checked out. Rashad White. Why did we play Bucky? Oh, Sterling Shepard's standing up on the bench there. I can't tell who else is over there sitting, but they're not really talking to each other. It looks like Rashad White's got a little group of guys here on that end. Can't see the other bench though. But looks like Jamel Dean's sitting over by himself. He ain't got no friends. Yeah, I got a bunch of draft film, Rampage. I'm going to start looking at it after the season. Right. Yeah. Nothing's going to change. It's just getting worse, BT. It's getting worse every game, every year. No accountability. Bowles he's got to go, man. I mean, it's just, I don't see a scenario where he stays unless he wins in the playoffs. But I don't think we're going to make it playoffs. The way this defense is playing, I don't think we're going to win against Carolina unless they got to get a serious attitude adjustment. Yeah, the center they had playing was a guy who's never played football before. I mean, he's never taken an NFL snap before. He was their like third string center, Andrew Meyer. I mean, he's got no snaps in the NFL. I was like, what? How? Because and that's probably why they kept everything to the outside for the most part. Because they were trying to protect Ewers from getting slaughtered, but he probably wouldn't have. Like I said, in the whole first half, we only had the left guard was beat one time by Logan Hall. That's it. That's horrible, man. That is horrible. I mean, usually I've got, a handful of defensive linemen have gotten past offensive linemen or beat them, in a run or something. Nothing, man. We just, I don't know what we've given up. We stopped, man. Todd's on a new tree. He's got them birth and hips, man. Todd Bowles, he could have a large family. He, Zebra says if I put him in as offensive coordinator, any team, Tennessee Titans will whoop up on this team. It is embarrassing how we get just these rookie quarterbacks or backup quarterbacks or, these backup players. I mean, this wide receiver that scored on us in the first quarter, it was his first dang touchdown he's ever had. Theo Weiss, rookie, backup wide receiver. Just second string wide receiver rookie scores a 60-some yard touchdown on us. Thrown from a rookie quarterback playing his second start. This shouldn't happen in a Todd Bowles defense. Same defense we've been playing for 7 years now. No. I can't see it, Zebra. I 100% can't see it. I mean, stranger things have happened, but no, watching this all 22, this is the first time I can say that this team didn't try. The defense, anyhow. They were just done. They were done. I mean, they're not out there like laying down, but they are not giving it their 100%. Yeah, why did they extend Bowles? I don't know. That was a very strange one to me to begin with. And he's not making a whole lot, right? I mean, it's like 3 million, something like that, right? It's not a whole lot for a head coach. He's cheap. Maybe that's a problem. I don't know. Yeah, annual salary of 3 million. Oh, is that good for a head coach? I don't even know. It doesn't seem like a lot. Well, Andy Reid makes 20 million a year. That's okay. Sean Payton is making 18 million. Mike Tomlin, Jim Harbaugh are making 16 million. Sean McVay is making 15 million. Pete Carroll's making 15 million. Kyle Shanahan's making, yeah, he's not making shit. Or, excuse my language, he ain't making crap. Kevin Stefanski is making more than him. Good grief. Vita does look out of shape. He looks winded. Remember last year he looked in shape or out of shape? What was it? Last year he was out of shape, and this year he came in looking, I don't know. Yeah, we're going to look at the offense tomorrow. Yeah, Zebra, it is easy to beat us. I can't think of a team that's struggled against us yet, at least as defense, which sucks because I love defense, man. Rampage does not want another game. He wants Todd Bowles fired. Yeah, mock draft. We got all that this year. Damn, a playoff game might kill me. I know. Got Chick-fil-A and ice cream after the dentist. That's delicious. Now, man, I am so hungry. Dean smells like burned bacon. That's funny. He runs a 4.56, and he beat Dean at a 4.3. Man, come on. That's embarrassing. Hey, Kate. Yeah, I don't see us beating Carolina, but I mean, anything can happen. 27-19 Panthers. Gotcha. Oh, it's incentives? What are the incentives? He must not care about them a whole lot. Yeah, we don't have good luck with coaches, man. This is kind of like quarterbacks. We don't have good luck with quarterbacks either. We got to go with an offensive coordinator now. Got to get an offensive minded coach in here. Some consistency for Baker. Somebody that's exciting. I want somebody exciting. I'm tired of these stoic coaches. Bruce Arians was fun. I liked Bruce Arians. Sean McVay to the Bucks. we would do it in a heartbeat. I know the Glazers would. As much as we paid for Gruden, good grief. Yeah, I think Glazers are going to fire Bulls. I mean, I would bet a lot of money on it. Clint Kubiak, yeah. Yeah. Big fan of him. I like Shula too, but Tampa guy, I'm just kind of over defensive coaches right now. Right. That's why I want to get an offensive head coach so we can keep some consistency for a while at offense. All right, I got to get off here, guys. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Kate, sorry you were late, but I got to go. I got to get something to eat and get ready to watch this game. Hopefully, Atlanta will lose because, like I said, if Atlanta wins out, Carolina goes to the playoffs no matter what. So we need the Rams to beat the Falcons tonight. Just cause I just want to go to the playoffs. It's just how I am. Just how I am, man. Well, I appreciate it, Tampa guy. Hey, Kate, it's not your fault. I know. But we're gonna do the offense tomorrow. The defense was quite depressing, so we only got to halftime too. I couldn't watch any more of it. It was garbage. I was too depressed. But I got to get out of here and go get something to eat. Guys, I appreciate you hanging out. And tomorrow we'll do the offense. Till next time, go Bucks.